Okay, here we are for round 2. Lost the roll. So we'll see how it goes. We got demolished in match 1 by red-green. I don't know. Like I say, I've had kind of mixed results. When the red-white works, you think it's the best deck in the... But when you just can't punch through, it just doesn't seem... It seems pretty weak. In this format, we look back at our picks, and as people get more experience with it, it's fairly obvious that blue and green are the best colors. So, you almost want to force them. And we had a chance. Our white was very strong, but there were 3 Pillar of Flames that we saw as well. And red-white can be very good. So, I don't know. No regrets. We'll go ahead and see how things go. And we don't want to see a 6-drop in our opening hand, but we do have a 2-drop and we got our Restoration Angel, so we are not going to mulligan. And we have both our colors. So, we'll see how it goes. But anyway, as I was saying, when you get crushed that badly in a match, it almost makes you want to rethink things. In particular, forcing either green or blue because they're so strong. But then, we didn't see... Craterhoof Behemoth is kind of risky because it's so huge. I mean, it's not as risky if you have the beefy guys to put up a front line to stall things out. But his deck was maybe a little susceptible to ours if he didn't have things like Druid's Familiar. So certain cards like, and of course we're playing blue and green, the 2 best colors in the set. So this guy lost first round. I don't know what he lost to. I guess we'll see. The options here are to pillar this guy or to drop our Inquisitor. And I think I want to go ahead and get my guy in play and potentially take the damage. If he wants to trade, I may take that trade. He could have a combat trick if he attacks. I'm not going to make that trade. I will just take the damage. 3-drop. Sage. See? Now that's kind of worrisome. I think we've got to just nuke that thing. And get in for 2. I don't want to defang the wolf. The wolf can become troublesome, but there's probably in his deck nastier stuff than that. We'll leave Righteous Blow representing Righteous Blow up. I don't think that's going to dissuade him, but you never know. Mist Raven. We didn't see any Mist Ravens, I don't think. Probably because they get snatched up super fast. He doesn't care about my vigilanted Moorland Inquisitor. That Drake's not so bad. Now, I could do a couple of things here. I can just leave that up, try to combat track the Drake. He can't block my dude right now, which is probably what I want to do. So okay, that's what I'll do. If I take that long thinking, it probably looks like I've got a trick. See, if I equipped anyway and ended up blinking this guy, that would be bad. You know, I could always save up the mana and blink this guy, but with blue-green, I don't think I have the luxury of holding my Restoration Angel for 7 turns. The plan is to blink this guy. Guy's Trappers is kind of okay. That's a good defang target. So now if he attacks, which he will, yep. Oh, he didn't attack. Well, that's interesting. Huh. He's playing around Restoration Angel, huh? Interesting. Well, I guess he just wants to... We're going to defang this guy. We're going to equip here. That was pretty interesting. You saw the 4 mana up, and I guess he's been burned by Restoration Angel before, because he didn't attack with his Drake. And attacking does no good. So ship the turn. He's got 3 cards. He'll attack with the Drake now because I don't have Restoration Angel stuff up. No blockers. And a U-Spirit. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and play the Gold Knight Redeemer, because that would allow us, then we can equip the bracers next turn, attack, and potentially blink it. And maybe profitably race here. So we gained a little life. We put the brakes on his Drakes. And we potentially flash this guy. Or flicker this guy for a little bit of extra value. You know, against blue-green. So what I may do, actually, maybe I made a mistake sideboarding last time, although I don't think so. I mean, to go for the hard, quick punch, maybe this deck works better. You know, if you've got the... we don't have that many big angels, right? So, but maybe it works better as a slower deck. I don't know. I kind of doubt it. Again, it may be that we have one of these sort of ugly little hybrid decks that's, yeah. Okay, so he's attacking with the wolf. So he's representing a combat trick. So this guy goes to 6, that means we would take 8, we would be at 8. But we can flicker this. So do we? I think we just take it. And he's deciding whether or not to pump his Spirit or play his trick, which I'm assuming it's a joint assault. If he had a peel, I think he would have peeled this guy and replayed it. Okay, he didn't pump, which is weird. Is he leaving Wolfear Avenger up? I don't understand, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to equip our bracers here. And if he does have something really goofy, we can always flicker with the angel. Well, that's kind of annoying. Another option is we can Thatcher's Revolt and Flicker, which would gain us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would gain us 12 life, which we may need. Well, he's Fleeting Distraction. He's going to draw a card. This guy's Trappers stay up, which is bad all around. I was hoping at least knock those guys out. I mean, the problem here is we're very susceptible to... that guy's not very scary. But, you know, he's winning the race on dudes. That's fine. That's pretty good. So this would allow us to do the Thatcher's Revolt Flicker the turn after next. So where are we at? Yeah. We'll do the same play here. The plan is to hopefully he loses his trappers now. Again with the Fleeting Distraction. And he draws 2 cards, which is friggin' awesome. Okay, whatever. This game's looking bad too. We'll play this. Leave up Angel mana. The plan is to Revolt, Angel, Flicker, Redeemer next turn. This is just kind of a long, grueling match. And, you know, against blue-green, we're pretty susceptible to bounce. It wouldn't surprise me if he has something like Appeal. So he can pump that to... He can still only pump it once. So we'll take it. He's not going to pump, which means he's probably got some nastiness to play. Who's he bonding with? Forced Claw. Awesome. Yeah, drawing 2 cards off the Lunar Mystic. I haven't seen the Lunar Mystic get much value. That's why I'm assuming he's got peels, because I don't know why you would play this guy. You know, I mean, so we've got now a pretty awesome looking hand. And now he's got a flying Vorst Claw. I mean, this is just kind of ridiculous. But I think we're gonna stick with our plan, except for attacking with a Redeemer, because he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I'm not even gonna do the math. I'm just kind of depressed at how things are going. Let me see. Actually, if I cast my other Revolt, what would I attack for? That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I mean, it's not going to do anything. So he blocks my ringleader here. Oh, this is so stupid. I think we're just not going to attack, and we're just going to gain a bunch of life. And we can't flicker angels. You know, yeah, that's kind of a... I forgot, you know, the only other time I've ever played Restoration Angel, I didn't read this business either. You really should know the cards when you play them. It's a non-angel. I'm not sure why they made it that way. So we're not going to gain a bunch of life. We are going to lose, is what we're going to do. Oh, Lord. Yep. Probably as I was talking about flickering this guy, people out there were saying, hey, dude, you can't flicker an angel with Restoration Angel. So now he can double pump. He hasn't been because he's had so much other ginormous stuff to play. This is just hopeless. Utterly and completely hopeless. And now I'm really depressed. Makes me want to just bring in things like banners raised. It's like take out the big angel, put it all in on a super fast just a super fast run. But as soon as he gets a fatty up, we're dead. I mean, so I'm pretty depressed, but whatever. His hand doesn't look that good. 2 Thatcher Revolts, a Pillar of Flame. I mean, it again, look at this. It's a very slow start. I think we're going to mulligan. No, we're just going to lose every game we play. This is retarded. If we draw into a plains, we might be okay. We didn't. Yep. Oh, there's a plane. So we'll play this guy. So this is my first recorded posted draft, and it might serve as a how not to do things. We're going to go ahead and pillar this guy. I mean, I don't know. I still think it's a pretty good deck. We're going to go and swing in. But I could be wrong. You know, a lot of times I'll draft a deck and I think it looks good, it looks solid, and it just gets annihilated. And part of that has to do with variance. Like in the first matchup, we've had some bad matchups here. I mean, this guy obviously has a strong deck as well. And, you know, we went up against red-green, and now we're going up against blue-green, and we were drawing our Thatcher Revolts. In front of our Riot Ringleaders rather than behind them, which is pretty bad. I mean, so I can ping him for 2. You know, these also go better with Vigilante Justice and or the Vampire. So, you know, I pulled 3 of them, and I thought with 3 Ringleaders, this is awesome. But it's turning out not to be that way. So, whatever. We're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to attack with these 3. So he can block my Explorer and then take 3. So at least we get 3 off of those. And then next turn he can equip. He'll have probably a green Soul Bondy guy to hexproof and completely shut down our offense, and we will have done 3 damage. And that will be the end of that. So sorry to sound defeatist, but things are just not going well. These are bound, yes. Couldn't block if I wanted to. A couple other pieces. So we were missing, we didn't have the the hasty can't block guy, which wouldn't do us much good here because this thing now has flying hexproof. I mean, he shut down our offense. So one thing I can do is I can equip here, make this guy a 3/4 as well. He would have to double block unless he has some tricks. But, at this point I really can't. That's kind of a pointless attack, but whatever. Thought maybe I represent Zealous Strike and he gets through, but we're kind of clutching at straws here. This is he has a strong deck. I don't know what beat him first round. Maybe he got in on the bad side of variance, but he's got a very strong deck as well. I mean, in blue-green, it's pretty hard to go wrong. I mean, we're just dead. We're just dead. We can block the Gloom Widow here, but we're taking 4 in the air every turn, and we have no offense to mount. So, and he is likely to keep dropping dudes. Yep. Well, we finally get a turn 8 Herald of War, which can't, well, it could attack, but it would be double blocked and killed. So I probably need, I think I have a Zealous Strike in my sideboard, which maybe I should be mainboarding. Maybe I'll go ahead and mainboard that for the next game. So yeah, if we attack here, basically you can either double block here and here, or double block with any combination. I can kill the shield mate, which is kind of what I have to do. Well, I could have equipped the bracers, which wouldn't really do me any good unless he's got a combat trick. I mean, he can just take it, right? I'm at 6, right? Yep. We're just going to concede because we're dead. So this is not going well at all. This is actually pretty atrocious. So